Guys, Dino here, and you can probably guess what time it is. It is beer review time, but not any ordinary beer review time. I have the great pleasure to crack open Tony Yates's Monterey Street Pale Ale. This is the second beer that was kindly sent from Tony via Grant Baker. So I've been hanging out to try this for a while. Tony, I do apologise, it's taken me a while to get round to it. So it says it contains Mosaic and Galaxy hops, 5.8% and 60 IBUs. So let's just come out of the fridge, but crack it open. A little bit of a hiss off the top. Ooh, some nice smoke. I don't know if that showed up on the screen, but nice cannon smoke. So let's pour this bad boy up. Now I believe this was brewed back in mid-late November, so it's got a bit of age on it. We'll see how we go. Yep, not sure if it was bottle conditioned, but I just poured it carefully. Looks like there's a little bit of yeast in there. It's come out a little bit hazy. I'm just thinking that's probably just from the chill haze. It wasn't super clear in the bottle when I poured it out. Actually, when I first got it out of the fridge, it was quite hazy, but that's cool. But check out that colour. Get my head out of the way. So that is like a fantastic. Reminds me of like grapefruit. You know, if you get freshly squeezed grapefruit, you get that same sort of look and colour, so it looks fantastic. So thank you very much for this, Tony. It's been really hot this afternoon, even though we're now into autumn. The temps have crept up again. I think today was about 27, 28 degrees, so yeah, still pretty warm. So this will be the perfect beer to have on a nice hot day or hot afternoon like today. So cheers guys, cheers Tony, let's get a bit of a nose on it. Ooh, those hops are still there. Yeah, you might want to just put down in the comments when it was brewed up, but I'm pretty sure it was November, so that means it's cracking on for 4 months. It's still getting some nice hits of the Galaxy Mosaic. Some nice getting some nice orange, I was going to say pineapple, a bit of pineapple. I don't know where that's come from, but sort of like a mango as well. But I'm definitely picking up a touch of citrus as well. That was really nice. It reminds me of sort of like juicy fruit bubblegum. When you first, I don't know if you get overseas, you first put the chewing gum in your mouth and it has all that intense sort of flavour up front before it disappears as you chew it. Got a real nice hit of juicy sort of tropical fruit and citrus. So yeah, the hops are definitely still there, Tony, so that's good news. Yeah, some carbonation streaming up, and it's holding a nice little head on the top. So that's cool. I don't like my beers over carbs, so we'll crack on. Oh, that tastes. Still got a real intense, fairly intense hoppy flavour to it. Still relatively juicy as well. So 60 IBUs. You do get a nice upfront bitterness, which just smooths away really nicely. Carbonation is great. There's definitely some carbonation there, but it's not too much. Well, that's really nice. probably the hops have turned a bit, but there's still plenty of hop flavour there. I can only imagine what this was like, you know, when it was sort of fresher towards the end of last year, sort of end of December and beginning of January. This would have had even more intensity to the hops. As far as the malts, I'm getting some nice hits of sweetness there. There's probably some crystal in there. I'm guessing it's a pale malt base with some crystal, and not really sure what other malts are in there, but yeah, there's definitely some sweetness coming through. Just the right amount of sweetness that sort of balances really well with the bitterness and the hop flavour. So everything's nicely balanced. The sweetness isn't, you know, taking away from the hops or by hop flavour or bitterness or anything. That is really nice. It's so hot out here. I'm very tempted just to knock this right back, but I want to sit on it for a while, because I know that Tony put a lot of effort into making it, and also, you know, the effort in sending this beer over to us in New Zealand. So I really do appreciate that, Tony. Really enjoyed drinking your Supercharger and this Monterey Pale Ale. Both fantastic beers, and yeah, well, I'll definitely have to return the favour. I think Grant Baker's talking about a return package going back possibly in April. Excuse the helicopter. It's not a beer review outside unless I've got a motorbike, truck, boy racer, helicopter or a plane going over. Just the way it is. Yeah, so I think Grant was talking about a package going back in April, which will work out well, because we're just in the process of doing some fresh hop beers. I've got my Motueka Pale Ale that's in the fermenter, and Grant's doing a fresh hop beer, and I think Alan's doing a fresh hop beer very shortly as well. So yeah, we'll try and coordinate getting something back to you, Tony. Okay guys, I think I've talked long enough. As I said in the last videos, if you're wondering, do Tony's beers taste as good as they look on screen? And the answer is an emphatic yes. Beautiful beer, really well made, a pleasure to drink, and I'd be more than happy to try both of the beers that I tried again. So cheers guys, cheers Tony, we will catch you in the next video. Over and out.